Reality radio done right.
No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Oh, I forgot my damn sound effect.
Which one? Oh. Here, I did it for you.
No. Don't hurt yourself. Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, stream worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Wednesday, January 14th. Good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
My hotter doppelganger, and good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. A great Wednesday show lined up for you today. If you don't know, yesterday we announced last minute that Five Finger Death Punch is coming to Arizona. Win them before you buy them tickets on the line today. We're going to be giving away Five Finger Death Punch tickets in the 7 o'clock hour. On top of that, we still have tickets to give away for 9 Inch Nails, baby.
Oh, man.
Yes,
Giveaway galore.
That's right. We're going to be giving those away in the 8 o'clock hour. Then Rico will be in with us a little bit later. And then my friends, the Irie, will be in studio for the podcast broadcast. They got a lot of great music coming out, and, so they're going to come in and do a performance for us, and we're going to have a lot of fun on this hump day. So a lot of things to get into, and it's a very special day, a very emotional day for me because I started off the day with my daughter's birthday, so I had to give her like a birthday text. When I came down here, I'm coming up on 10 years in Tucson, right? Mm-hmm. 10-year anniversary is going to be on Labor Day this year. And it's a trip because, my daughter and I moved down here when she was just 10. Now she's 20, know? Yeah. And it's crazy how time flies in a blink of an eye, right? Mm-hmm. And it reminds me of I was listening to Playboy Man Baby. They released a new album, and we'll be talking with Robbie from Playboy Man Baby tomorrow. They're called Violence, and they have a song called Good Times, which is very fitting because the song chorus, basically it's like, it's hard to say, what's the good times when you're in the good times, or actually I'm saying that wrong here. How about I just play it for you? All right. So here's a Playboy Man Baby. Let me just get a little bit of this. This is already my album of the year. It's only January 14th, but this is contender.
I wish the people I love would stop moving away. And I don't want the people I love to die or decay. Everyone that I value will all leave me someday. And I'm too busy to make time to see them while they're living close to me. Because it's hard to know it's the good times when it's the good times. But it's hard to know it's the good times when it's the good times.
It's that good of an album, so I encourage everybody to check it out. Violence is the name of that, and then Robbie will be our guest on a podcast broadcast tomorrow morning, and then we'll be followed up by Peaches. So it's Playboy Man Baby Peaches. It's our most punk rock Playboy Man Baby, our most punk rock podcast broadcast to date, and it's happening tomorrow morning at 9. But that is basically my summary. It's hard to tell when it's the good times. Yeah. When you reflect and everything, I think it's important to notice, even with the world spinning around us, and seeming super chaotic, remember what's in your circle, right? Mm-hmm. And appreciate that you might be in the good times right now, right, and try to make the most of your good times right now. And if the good times have passed, and, fondly remember your good times and know that you might still have some good times ahead. Yeah. See, I want to start off motivational.
This is a great start. How sentimental and sweet. I love it.
Well, see, I know that you're feeling under the weather, so I want to be as supportive as possible. But, with the celebration of my daughter's birthday, I'm probably going to have to do an emo dad post a little bit later, and she's going to hate me for that. But I'll bribe her and, send her some money so she gets over it quickly.
I was just going to ask, what are you getting her for her birthday? Money?
She's 20. She just wants all my money. She just, it's like, it's one of those, just another one of those relationships, the father-daughter relationship is very similar to, most hetero relationships that I have. It's a financial burden. It's one way or the other, at the end of the day, I'll end up hurt, but I still love it and would not change it for anything. So, Tom Brady is in the news this morning. He's officially plotting a huge comeback, but not in a way that most NFL fans would like. It looks like he is going to compete in competitive flag football. Yeah, he's set to participate in the inaugural Fanatics Flag Football Classic in March 2026 in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is legitimately trying to buy all of the entertainment all over the world.
They really are.
They are. They're trying to make it the entertainment capital of the world, the new Vegas, if you will, but with a lot of restrictions. Now, it's weird that they're going to bring back this Flag Football Classic or start this Flag Football Classic, but they have a who's who of, elite athletes, including Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey with them, and even eyeing a 2028 Olympics bid with flag football as an official sport.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, I know we're not watching like the Olympics that much anymore, and curling is super exciting to us when it comes to Olympics. Would you be excited for a flag football, category in the Olympics?
You don't realize you're talking to a flag football star.
Oh, yeah?
Legend.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What position do you play?
Center.
Oh, center. Okay. You know what?
For some reason, I don't know why, they always put me as center.
I think I know why.
Yeah. And it was really frustrating, actually. But I remember one game, they finally put me
at
on
tight
the
end?
offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And scored a touchdown right out the gate.
There
so
you go.
I was wondering, I was like, is this a co-ed flag football tournament? Probably not in Saudi Arabia.
No, not in Saudi Arabia, for sure. It's going to be, strictly prohibited and just all males, biological males performing against each other in Saudi Arabia. Now, if it was the Olympics, maybe it'll be a co-ed thing. Who knows? But they are putting that in as a bid. It'd be interesting. I mean, I think America would be the odds-on favorite for a flag football, gold medal, because I feel like that's more of an American pastime than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how well these other countries around the world do their flag football or what their rules are for flag football. But it is funny that you're always center. Now, do you long snap or do direct snap? Because if you direct snap and it's a male quarterback, then you just been Me Too'd. You know that?
Yeah. No,
it's
felt
a direct
that.
snap.
Direct snap.
Wow.
Yeah, they were all up in there.
Yeah, and you're supposed to. That's so funny. And also, did you know the quarterback well? Were you dating the quarterback?
No, at the time, no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Did you end up dating the quarterback after?
No.
Okay.
No, there was no romance going on
right.
at all.
Well, kind of. Yeah, I mean, you skipped the foreplay, went straight to the love mitten.
No Lube So Rude, Peach's new album, everybody.
Yeah, so that is insane. I would never put you at center platonically.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Crazy.
I was a center in the Pop Warner, so we have that in common as well. And we've both been, touched in places unwillingly during football games. So
we are distant siblings.
Yeah. We're both victims. So, that's fun. Would you be Tom Brady center?
Would I be? Nah.
All right. Which professional athlete would you volunteer to be center for?
Gosh, I don't even know any current ones. Like all the players I know are from like the 2000s. So I'm like, I can't even tell you a current one.
Well, pick a zaddy then, freak.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, okay,
my illness-ridden brain can't think that clearly.
All right,
you're asking
fair enough.
too much.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, we got a great show lined up for you today. Again, don't forget the tickets that we're giving away today. 2 big opportunities to win tickets. That is, of course, for 9 Inch Nails and Five Finger Death Punch in separate hours later on this morning. But I'll start off the show with a giveaway. Your Tucson Roadrunners this Friday night. If you want a pair of tickets to see professional hockey in your backyard, be caller number 10 right now. 600 KFMA 600-5362, and my first pair of tickets will be yours. Morning Morons coming up after Papa Roach, kicking things off with the Chili Peppers on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Vegan Presents. But you know the name of the show. Let's go. All right. Whoa. All right. We're back here live. And then let me get Rico's channel up here because you're on on mic 4.
Check.
You don't need to do that. All right, welcome to the show. And yes, I did make flag football horny, but I didn't know you flag football. I thought she was doing it as like an adult league. And I'm like, this is,
it was
problematic.
Like tween age, yeah.
Okay, because even as an adult league, if we're playing flag football, which may be an Olympic sport, they're actually lobbying for that.
Of course they are.
And Tom Brady and a bunch of NFL stars are going to compete over in Saudi Arabia here soon. And that was the show open story. But yeah, flag football is an adult league and stuff. And having the girl with the, the big ass be the center, right? And I say big ass in a complimentary way, right? And then to do this, like, again, what we were saying off air is like, when you're a quarterback, you got to get up in there. Like I was center, right? And I was basically, I had my quarterbacks just like all up, push my junk up kind of thing. And I understand, like, if you touch a boob with the back of your hand doesn't count, right? Mm-hmm. That's okay. That's safe. And if you turn around, then okay, now that's problematic. You just copped a feel. In that situation, to put you at center, in an adult league would be, again, it's a very molesty move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never questioned it. I never asked. I never said anything. I just figured this is football. I'm playing football. I was playing with the boys. If I'm, going to play with the boys, I just gotta,
Gotta man up.
Yeah. They're like, what's the most favorable position? All right, you're center. That's what happens when you play with the boys, dude. It's a rough game. But
I was always the only girl.
Yeah. So I mean, you're a tomboy. You're the only girl right now.
That's true.
Yeah, and you look pretty, boyish with your beanie and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever play flag football or any sports growing up, Rico? I don't think you ever have, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah? What'd you play?
I played basketball a lot. I played flag. Are you talking about just like it's for fun or recreation?
Yeah. Like in a league.
Oh, in a league? Yeah, I think I did like football leagues, flag football, regular football, all that.
You ever play soccer?
No, I didn't have the cardio.
So I was on a soccer team in my kindergarten year, and we had 2 black kids on our team who did everything, and we were undefeated. We were like the best youth soccer team in the entire state because of these 2 black kids who would run up and down the field and just smoke everybody. And I would just literally stand. I don't even know what the position was, right? I'm just standing by the goalie. And I know that I wouldn't even break a sweat during these games. I wasn't necessarily a fan of hockey, soccer. But we, it was the only winning team I was ever on as a kid growing up. So I fondly remember that. Rock 102.1 KFMA. The reason why I'm bringing up the soccer is because the FIFA World Cup, of course, is going to be happening as it usually does, but it's going to be in the U.S. this year. Now, as you may know, of course, President Trump was awarded with the first ever FIFA World Peace Prize. Now, the timing on that might, be debatable at this point in time as they're looking in retrospect, being like, maybe that was too soon, but it's neither here nor there. But what is the issue for FIFA now is that after they did all of this, now people are fleeing from buying tickets for the FIFA World Cup. In fact, actually 17,000 World Cup ticket holders have reportedly canceled their reservations, and they're blaming the president and his policies because of that. Some of them are even boycotting, and the reason being a Lebanese diplomat named Mohammed Safa said, ICE may decide that I'm a gang member. I might be locked in prison for a year with no charges, no hearing, no trial, no right to consult a lawyer, no phone call. So for him, he believes that the U.S. right now is not safe to visit. And if that might be the case, that's the thing. It's a big problem for FIFA, which obviously is the biggest tournament in the world, right? This is bigger than the Super Bowl on a global stage. And to have it in the United States where it depends on people traveling from all over the world to come to the event right now, with the current policies, it doesn't seem friendly to outside visitors. And this might be the lowest attended World Cup in the, 50 years or more so. That's what they're saying right now. So that's part of the issue that's happening. A lot of reservations have been canceled as well. So
I feel like they're going to do something to save face with that, though.
Okay.
Like just give away free tickets to everybody from North Dakota. Just come in and flood it.
Yeah, but do you want people from North Dakota to come out?
That's what I want. I'm just saying it's going to fill up the place.
Fill up
Right.
the. I know, but see, you know
They'll
what
give
makes
seat fillers,
you
yeah.
know,
But
you know what makes soccer great globally is the fans, right? When you see, like, we're not fans of soccer, right? Because we grew up in America, and it's just how it is. We're just not soccer fans. But when you watch the clips of soccer, you see people wigging out. And the fans, you know, jumping up and down. They have all their different chants and everything. They're like an energetic wrestling crowd. So it looks like, you know, it's a communal sport that's so much fun. And that is the type of energy and excitement that you would need in a, World Cup. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens from now until when the World Cup actually takes place.
What if Trump pays like John Cena to come entertain the crowd?
Yeah,
Get people hyped.
I mean, that's we can continue to throw out bad ideas until a good idea sticks. I mean, we're already, we got 2 down.
Hey, at least I'm trying, man.
Yeah, you are.
Imagine John Cena. He's coming back, guys. Everybody freak out. Let's go. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, John Cena, maybe.
you can see him again.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a top international news story. It'll be interesting to see, and it's unfortunate as well. Let me ask you this question. Obviously our smartphones could do everything, right? But what's something your phone can't do that you hope can do by the year 2036? This was a question that was asked, and I got a poll of 2,000 people and got some really good answers here. So think about that for a second. And then think, okay, obviously my phone does so much already. It's like my personal assistant. It does everything but make phone calls because I don't answer phone calls anymore with it, right? But what would you want it to do by the year 2026 if you had the super iPhone 99?
2 things came to mind. The first thing was I want it to tase people, right?
Okay.
Like
because I feel
style?
like it's a perfect like taser form already.
Yes.
So it's like, why can't it just shoot out some sparks?
I like that idea, especially for women out there. Tasing or mace or anything that's kind of like, a self-defense mechanism. Because you're always going to have it in your hand anyways. And then so you're quick to defend yourself if someone comes up and says, hey, give me your purse. Like,
right.
Boom. You just got text, bitch.
So you have a button on the side that's literally tase mode.
Right.
Just click that and it's good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good one.
The second thing that came to mind was I want it to like auto delete stuff for me. So it's like if you see I've accidentally screenshotted something 3 times, please delete the duplicates for me. Like I don't want to have to do that myself. Same thing with my junk emails, like some sort of like self, assistant where it's like helping me delete stuff.
You know what I set up in my phone? I was able to do, and I forgot how I did it, but all my text messages delete after a year. So if she sent me a text message and I have that on as soon as 365 days comes from that original text message, then it gets deleted.
That's not a bad idea. I have like so many old text messages taking up so much space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. What's something that you wish your phone could do by the year 2036?
Oh God. Like it's already creepy enough as it is what it can do. But I guess the app access, you have to deliberately do something or set alarms. Maybe more self-awareness from the phone. Like if you do something that you're trying to be accountable for, like lose weight or, maybe talk to somebody you're not supposed to be talking to, it calls you out, like screams at you.
Right. I mean,
want it to be your mother?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What else could it do?
Well, there's a lot. And
Make coffee.
Here are the top 5 suggestions that people wanted for their phones to be able to do in 2026 or 36. Take control of their finances and monthly bill paying, so you never have to sit down and pay your bills again. But I mean, that's what auto pay is for, right? You can set that up, but they want your phone to do that. They say listen in and instantly give you helpful suggestions, some real-time advice without asking. I feel like we're already close to that as well because our phones are always listening. And if we have a conversation about a product and we go on social media, guess what? We're going to see that product, right? It's constantly listening, eavesdropping, and then selling things to us. Now, the top 3 actually seem pretty interesting and useful. And I would really like to see all phones have these technologies. First, 3D holograms. Phones that project holograms so you could have 3D meetings or manipulate objects in 3D. I
already know what this is going.
Okay, so you're thinking porn.
Yeah.
Kendall.
Well, I'm thinking you're gonna get some boobs to manipulate,
So
you're gonna
Oh, that's actually
is that not what you guys were thinking?
No, not yet.
Dude. You again, Kendall being the most perverted person on this show
dang.
is very difficult to do. But I'm proud of you.
Wow.
I was just thinking like FaceTiming. So if I like FaceTime Rico, I'd pop up like a mini Rico right there. and be
Like Star Wars Emperor
Yeah,
style.
Yeah.
This would be Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
Summoned me, beef.
Which I feel like
Interesting.
if we could think it, it could happen. All right. Number 2, as far as the things we want on our phone, we want our phone to do by 2036, real-time language translation, right? So you could talk to someone on the phone, even if you don't speak the same language.
That's kind of why I wanted the Meta glasses.
Yeah, but I don't trust you with Meta glasses. I would think you're a snoop and you would abuse those glasses. It's the reason why this is like the 3rd introduction of smart glasses to the general public, because people like you instantly ruin them.
Yeah, Kendall.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, you know what? I know what you're going to be
That's
doing with your
rude.
Meta glasses. You're going to be like, hey, Meta, analyze the print is what you're going to say. And they'll know what you mean. And the D print. Yeah, that's what you're going to do with your Meta glasses.
You
I haven't
pervert.
thought about that, but it's a good idea. Maybe.
See?
Yeah.
See, you're a print analyzer, dude. It's a weird world we live in.
I just thought of a good one.
Okay, what's that?
Like, you know how you hit snooze a lot with your alarm?
Yeah.
I think on the 3rd one, if you hit it for the 3rd time, it lets out like a nasty fart.
Okay.
Like a really bad smelling fart, and you have to get up. You're like, all right. Ugh.
All right, yeah, that's better than physical pain. Abuse the smelling senses, for sure.
Right.
Well, that wasn't the number 1 suggestion here for,
Shame.
the things that we hope our phones can do by 2036. This one makes the most sense, and the fact that we don't have it already is kind of ridiculous, but last an entire week on a single charge. Or,
Ooh.
even greedier,
Yes.
someone else said charging without needing electricity, right? Like it charges through movement, which there's opportunity. I mean, they have the technology for that, or even the sun, right? So,
Getting Tesla on us. I like it.
Maybe maybe anxiety, mental illness, charged up for life.
Or lifetime batteries, I mean, we're almost close to that.
That's true. That's the biggest thing in running out of battery power. Like, come on, tech. Let's go.
Absolutely. So those are the things we hope our phones could do by 2036. Let's continue this conversation on the podcast broadcast. Be back right after this with new music on the way from 3 Days Grace. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. How we doing on comments here? I had to.
What are your ideas?
From what I'm seeing, a lot of the things we're suggesting already exist.
Right. It's kind
So,
of hard to think about.
I'm like,
the battery
oh.
charging thing is big, though. That's a big one.
I like Todd's feedback. Kendall, you have to stop anticipating Beast's horniness and let him do it himself. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
him finish.
right.
I don't think
You're
you are
right.
anticipating my horniness. I think your horniness is creeping out. You know what I mean? I think you might be. As I'm getting older, you're going into peak horniness. And maybe I'm edging out of
That's true, right? Like that's how women and men sex drive. Like they just never cross over into the right direction. They just overlap each other.
Yeah,
See you later.
Yeah, women's peak horniness is in their 40s, men's at 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so and then you're just ramping up, dude.
Yeah.
Do you feel yourself getting hornier?
No, I feel like it's stayed the same. I feel like I'm always at a constant level. Like I can't really pick out like
It's up there.
yeah. My
Okay.
boyfriend, he thinks he has like seasons where it's like sometimes it's more than others. And I'm
Okay.
just like, I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, no, I think it's possible to have horny seasons.
It's a little sus.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's like seasonal horniness. Like what?
That does sound legit, though.
Yeah,
Like
seasonal
a seasonal
horniness.
horniness. I want to see a commercial with that.
Yeah. I'll
Do
tell
you
you,
suffer
Seasonal
from
horniness. Seasonal horniness.
I feel less horny around the holidays only because I'm gorging so much on food and stuff. I feel personally gross.
That
Right.
makes
So,
sense. Yeah.
yes, and I feel hornier in the springtime,
Mm.
Hell, my daughter was born in, so I conceived both times. The second time, of course, was aborted, but so both times around, the spring. So
Interesting.
That's your peak seasonal horniness.
no, actually, I take that back. The second time was in the fall, but it doesn't matter. It was my
Like, wait a
birthday.
minute.
It was a little birthday. I know.
Mhm.
I know. Well, it's hard to keep track of that. Now, today is my
You're
daughter's
journaling?
birthday, my 20th birthday. Her
Oh.
20th birthday.
It's her birthday today?
It is her birthday today.
We're going to call her and wish her happy birthday?
No, I text her. She wouldn't answer anyways. Todd says mating season is a thing. Okay, see? Yeah. Okay, now, Rico, I know that, it was tough for you to see the Green Bay Packers lose. Today's Morning Moron.
I was so horny during that game.
Yeah, today's Morning Moron, he's taking it a little harder than you. And I had to share
no.
that story. Yeah, so in case you missed it, it went like this. Check it out. All right, the Papa Roach Rockwood 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's now 6:15 and time, or 17, and time for your Morning Moron. Let's do this. Some people are taking the Packers losing in the playoffs a little harder than most. I mean, Rico, obviously, he's been depressed, I'll be honest with you. But, he's been handling it pretty well. Kind of used to this. But if you live in Wisconsin and it's a freezing winter, the only thing you have to look forward to is football season, right? The Green Bay Packers are literally everything. And when the Packers fail, then your year is ruined. And a lot of people hit rock bottom. And this is a story of a Packers fan who did just that. In fact, a Packers fan who is taking the loss of the Green Bay Packers so hard that he was drunk driving. Mm-hmm. And when he got pulled over, he was 21 times the legal limit.
Dang.
In Wisconsin, which the legal limit is probably more than a regular legal limit. There's like, you could be a little buzzed, we just ate some cheese and drank some beer. How many beers you have? 4 or 5 beers? Oh, you're still good to drive in the ice.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin.
Right.
But, that's
how they stay warm.
Yep. So the fact that he's alive, just not drinking himself to death, is pretty amazing, to be honest with you. The normal limit is 0.08, right? He had a previous DUI, this man. So the legal limit for him was 0.02. Now, basically, he wasn't allowed to drive after any drinks, right? But his blood alcohol was insanely high. He got pulled over on Monday night, about 50 miles west of Green Bay, and a breathalyzer clocked him at 0.427.
Okay.
So if the legal limit is 0.08, he was 0.427. Mm-hmm. There's no zero in front of that. Now, even by normal standard, that's more than 5 times the legal limit, and anything over 0.4 is seen as potentially fatal. But not for a Green Bay Packers fan. That's considered a light buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cops say he was all over the road, kept speeding up, slowing down, and almost slammed into a guardrail before they stopped him. He was so drunk, they took him to the hospital first, and then they took him to jail. Of course, he was still crying about the Packers while they arrested him. Didn't even care about the DUI. Just like, Jordan Love choked. What's happening next year? F the Bears. I hate Bears. Things like that.
Yeah, he was having an emotional meltdown.
Yeah, I know. And I feel the pain, dude. I mean, I love teams, go sports. But at the end of the day, you don't want to ruin your entire life over this. Now, of course, this is not his first rodeo. He's facing charges for drunk driving and driving without a court-mandated interlock device because he was supposed to have that on his car. So
that's crazy. How did he get around that? How do you get around that?
Just take someone else's car. There's ways. In Wisconsin. So, yes, the Packers fan who was so emotionally distraught that he decided to drink himself into a stupor, then get behind the wheel, has got to be considered today's Morning Moron. Rock 102.1 KFMA SB Figure presents. It's time for a brand new segment we're going to call Ask a Steelers Fan. We have Ali from Spears and Ali in studio, a lifelong Steelers fan. And the last 48 hours, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and many of us are across the country. There's so many here in Arizona. I grew up surrounded by Steelers fans, right? And from coast to coast, are devastated and shocked by the news this morning. They announced that the end of an era is happening, and they got rid of head coach Tomlin after 19 seasons. Is this shocking to you?
Well, I mean, he stepped down. It was his decision. The Steelers have a way of doing business, and stability is at the core of that.
All right, so obviously, I feel like I messed up this audio, and I think it's because I was rapping earlier, which I'm not going to replay. I'm going to scrub ahead here, and hopefully it makes it better. Yeah, I know that it was audio glitching, and that was 100% my bad. So here's, let's see if this works here.
They didn't capitalize on him. The offensive line, we can get into the details.
No, that's my bad. Yeah, I know. And, of course, Ollie had a good analysis. He's a lifelong Steelers fan. He said a lot of good things on there. But again, I rapped earlier, and it was not great. But I feel like I had the YouTube still happening.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Crossing wires.
I know. My bad. But that's all right. I know it's fixed for the next thing. My apologies to Ali. But,
Did he make some good points?
Yeah, he had great points for sure, and it was basically like the Steelers owners. They have a history of knowing how to pick great coaches. They've only had 3 during his lifetime.
That's crazy.
Each one have won championships. They've all been starting off as young, defensive-minded coaches who know how to lead men, leaders of men. And he feels confident that they're going to be able to repeat that process. And as far as Tomlin's concerned, Mike Tomlin's probably, he wouldn't be surprised if he took a year off from coaching, maybe did some TV work, and then went back to coaching. He's still a very young man, obviously, just in his 50s. It's super young for an NFL coach. So, yeah. And, he's just appreciative of the memories. And Mike Tomlin never had a losing season, ever. Right.
Always went to the playoffs, right?
Always went to the playoffs, right? Always. The last 7 years he went to the playoffs, but the problem was, they were one and done. So they lost, and that's just not good enough because what was the saying that he said that Steelers fans say? Do you recall?
I do not recall.
Yeah, it was something. There was some Pittsburgh thing saying, right? Of them, if you're not first, you're last kind of thing. That's not what the saying was, but
something badass like that.
It's something along those lines. All right, let's get into our love fail of the week before we get into marital woes. This is what you never want to do. All right. Again, I'm not a fan of public proposals. I've never been engaged, so maybe it's more of a me thing, right? I've been behind a lot of public proposals, being an arena host for the Roadrunners, and I've seen some good ones. There's some that kind of made me bend on my exception to that rule, right? And I've been very happy for some people, but most of the time, if you're in a public event, people don't want you to make that event all about you and your proposal or your potential love. Right. There's plenty of ways to have an ideal proposal. Before I play this video, is there a way that you'd ever want to be proposed? Is in your mind, because you're a woman, so you imagine that stuff since a kid. So what is your ideal proposal?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would want it to be public because it's just such a special moment that I don't want to share with other people.
An Applebee's bathroom.
What about, no, I know. What about in front of your family and friends? Something like that.
Even that, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
Just the fact people around you witnessing everything, you feel pressure. You're like,
Yeah, because sometimes even Valentine's Day coming up, my boyfriend's like, I got you something. He told me months ago, and he's like, you're going to cry. And now I'm nervous because it's like, what if I don't cry? And I don't know. So
do you think you're going to get the old proposal here soon?
I don't know. And I don't think so, but
you
maybe.
don't want to jinx it? You guys have been together 3 years.
It's going to happen eventually.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's going to happen eventually. So no rush.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's watching or listening right now, so I think you're safe. Here's the example. We're back on the air, by the way. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Here's PDA gone wrong. That's the title of this clip that has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. A man at a concert, looks like a local concert. Hell, actually looks like The Rock. But it's not at The Rock. But shout out to The Rock. The venue
still open.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a guy proposing to his girlfriend in front of all his friends and fans.
My partner and I we came and watched Bring Back Rascal about 2-3 years ago.
Oh.
And
Is he British?
Where is she? Yeah. Jamie, where are you? Can you come up on stage quickly? Sure. There she is. Round of applause. We saw Bring Back Rascal about 2 years ago, and I thought, they're our favorite band, and I thought today, why not? Maybe there was a time.
Look at us trying to stop him. No.
Oh man!
Just stuck there on the knee, and then a Scooby-Doo mascot comes in, and Scooby-Doo. There you go. See, this is why you don't do that kind of stuff. So they're basically, it's one of their favorite like local bands or smaller bands, right? And he saw him 2 years ago with her and said, then why not do it here? And she shook her head no. She tried to prevent him from getting down on one knee. He still did it anyways because us guys, we're dumb. And if we have an idea, we're going to continue to go through it.
Right. Like, do you guys not realize, like, you need to, like, talk about this prior? Like, you don't make it, like, a total surprise.
Right.
Because at this point, for me, even if it was public, it's like, I know my answer, so I'm not going to, like, no matter how it happens.
You drop enough hints to make your boyfriend feel safe enough to pop that question, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's got to be
enough successful ones online too. You know what I mean? So
no. It's not even about other people's successful ones because you don't even know their backstory or what makes them successful.
No, I get your point. I'm just saying you can't.
Yeah. So, but in your situation, you would hope that when somebody now has anyone ever gotten close to proposing to you?
No.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. And I have never been close to proposing myself. In fact, actually, the last time I even had that thought, or the first and last time, it was on my way up for a Thanksgiving trip. On the way up in my head, I was kicking myself for not getting a ring to propose to my girlfriend. On the way down from that same trip, I was thinking, we're not going to make it till Christmas.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
but had you ever had any actual conversations?
Initially, it was like, hey, we're in this for this. These are our goals, and we want to make to that. And then just at some point in time, that kind of changed. But yeah, I never got to that point where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take that plunge. And felt like even safe enough where like, yeah, this is something that we got to do, right?
Right.
Where it's going to be a yes. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because I want to introduce this segment called Marital Woes. All right. So imagine this. Now, first and foremost, here's a fun stat and fact for you. For those of you out there who are wishing to get married, now might be the time because Americans are getting married strictly for health insurance benefits, and many of those aren't even marrying for love. They're just marrying for those benefits alone. In fact, actually, there was a piece where a man named Matthew married his best friend, Christina, who both chose to keep their last names private, but they just wanted to be covered for his autoimmune condition. They've been friends since high school, and now the married pair live together as platonic life partners. Yeah, so, and this is one of these cases that are very common and is growing, especially in the younger generations as things continue to get wildly expensive. There's going to be a lot of more cohabiting amongst friends, just split costs, and now getting married just for the health benefits.
Yeah, players got to play. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah. All right. Now, moving on to the marital woe part of the story. There's two marriage fail stories. First and foremost, in India, they still, do arranged marriages. There's a woman in India. So she said she basically gave her husband wish list. Wants a tall, dark, full head of hair, glorious hair, good job, and nothing about the peen, right? Well, so she found this man. Looks like he checked all the boxes, married this man. And then this man looked like the man of her dreams for several months. But then eventually his charade all came, unraveled, if you will, because she discovered he was wearing a wig the entire time.
Oh, it's a good wig.
He needs extra glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she agreed to marry this man a year ago. And was promised a man with thick, healthy hair. But after the wedding, she learned her husband was actually bald and had been wearing the wig to hide it the entire time. And when she finally found out, she filed a police complaint against her husband and his family, claiming she was tricked into marriage. So that's an India, marital woe.
Interesting.
And they don't show the wig, but they show a stock image of a bald man from behind. That makes me like.
I hope it's like some Elvis wig he got like on eBay or something. So bad.
No, well, that's
dang.
Yeah.
That's sad looking.
Yeah, it's a sad looking bald man from
Next to the
behind
Genghis.
staring at the ocean. But yeah, no picture of the
That
wig.
is so sad.
And again, that's stock. That's not actually the man. All right. Another marital woe news: a Dutch couple had to get annulled because the efficient speech was written by ChatGPT. And unfortunately, ChatGPT didn't generate a speech that met their legal requirements. So their whole marriage was annulled. A judge ruled that they never actually swore to fulfill their legal marriage vows as required by Dutch law. So now they are annulled.
Damn.
So be careful of that.
Litigation.
In Arizona, not so much. You don't even have to have an officiant license. As long as you sign the marriage certificate, that's good enough. All right. Now, what if you are married and you're wondering if your marriage could be kaput? Well, there's a marital therapist that said that there's one sign above all others, all right, that is a sign that your relationship is doomed and your marriage is kaput. What do you think that is?
Say that again.
There's one. Thanks for.
Sorry.
So I lost you. If I lost you, I lost you.
You lost
All
me.
right. What about you, Rico?
One sign that is done.
Yeah.
The silence, no sleeping together. I don't know.
Yeah. The one sign that your marriage is over and your relationship is over.
You hate each other.
Okay.
I mean,
that's a good
I know
sign.
a lot of married couples.
Yeah. There's a lot of married couples still married, hate each other's guts.
yeah.
No, this divorce coach says the gut feeling that resembles a constant feeling of dread, combined with the inability to communicate in an effective, healthy way.
Yep.
Like, so if you start off every sentence with, listen here, bitch, there's a good sign that your marriage is kaput. All right.
Right.
So there you go. There's your marital woes. Let's hit the reset. Keeping the conversation moving on to podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. You get distracted by the comments?
Yeah. I was reading David's comment. And it sounds very sweet.
Oh, what'd David say?
He was talking about he proposed in boot camp, it says.
Oh, nice.
Then he had to do a bunch of push-ups because she said yes. That's pretty funny.
He had to do a bunch of push-ups?
Yeah.
She said yes?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's pretty nice. So you were...
It's interesting.
You proposed to the drill instructor?
Over the phone.
Oh.
Payphone, too.
The payphone.
We don't even have those anymore.
I called her collect.
Yeah, and then the CEO was like,
And
hey,
then-
if your girl says yes, you have to drop and give me like 100.
Then I think Liz's comment's really sweet, too, that
What'd she
the
say?
proposal is really when you have that conversation and not the actual proposal. So
The
I guess that
pre-proposal.
means I'm engaged. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Pre-gaming.
Do you think,
I,
Rico, do you think you're ever going to get married?
I don't know. The more it's like kind of interesting because I think every guy has that thought. They're like, I'll never do that. That's so stupid. You have married guys telling you constantly, like, don't do it. It's a trap.
Right.
And then you have the statistics, like 50, 60% or even more than that now with this generation. People get married for the wrong reasons. A lot of previous generations had a lot of the religious backing to it, the family values, the core family unit.
Yeah.
That's kind of dissolving now. So it kind of feels like an institution as a whole might just be like kaput at the same time not. I still go back to that Doug Stanhope bit. It makes me laugh so hard because I don't think he ever married his girl, but he always goes like,
Bingo.
baby, I love you so much. I will go to hell or high water. I'd do anything for you. Let's get the government involved.
Yeah.
It's like, that sounds so romantic. Let's get those guys involved. And,
Yeah.
especially the gamble now with guys losing half their sheesh,
We got that prenup, right?
Well, that always doesn't go through either. There's horror stories out there.
Well,
you hear
that's
enough horror
why
stories.
the most important thing is that it's the right person,
Mm.
right? Because all those things are going to happen with the wrong person.
Sometimes it's the right one too. That's a gamble.
Yeah. I
First
don't
3
know.
years, and then you're like, oh.
I'm at an age now and a time in my life where it's like, I went through the window. I think that window is, kind of past. And it's like, I'm all for like, long-term relationships and whatnot. But at this time, California married is the way to go. Meaning it's just like, okay,
yeah,
we could be together without having to, again, get the government involved. And
I'd be
then
okay
go
with
through
that, too.
Because it's like, I don't want to like, the wedding and throw a party and stuff. And as you get older, you have less friends you would invite to the wedding anyways. What a sad little fucking 15-person wedding that would be, It's like,
I do like the idea somebody posited a long time ago about having like the renewal contract where it's not like a totality of binding to be married together. It's like you have to it's almost like a sports contract where every 2-3 years you're like, hey, do you want to renew this contract?
Yeah.
We still feeling this? You're
yeah,
like,
we still feeling
if
this.
you're not, then it's like, all right, you don't have to destroy my life either.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you don't mind the smell of my farts? All right, let's
re-sign.
continue this. Yeah, re-sign. And you're at 3 years in a relationship?
No. We'll be 2 years this summer.
Oh, it's only 2 years.
So, yeah, we'll.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, wow.
Too soon.
You got people getting married after like 3 days on a date, like we're meant to be.
What do you think is a good rule, guys, for how many years should somebody date before they get engaged or married?
I think
and I'm throwing it out to the streamers. Put your answers together And what do you think? I mean, as you get older, you're like 6 months. Huh.
No, I mean, I'm not hellbent on like, oh, we need to get married. What's most important to me is the happiness and the trust and the respect and all of that. So
yeah, I like 21 years as an answer.
I think what I've been told, we're gonna move in together in August, and then I guess if we make it another year after that, then it's like, okay, this is the thing now,
right?
So
yeah, Jeff said 7. It's common law by then. So, at that point you might as well.
Common law.
Yeah, because legally you're already bound together. So, that's
wild.
good. Yeah, keep throwing out those answers there.
It's like, Your Honor, we have a bunk bed. We don't technically sleep together.
Yeah. Yeah, those farts are phenomenal. Thanks, Jose. Let's see. No shame. I was engaged at 11 months and married at 4 years. Engaged, just locked in my guy. Married, government stuff. Yeah, and that's the long engagement too. Gives yourself plenty of time to continue to, get to know the person and get established. And, so that's good. No shame there at all. Let's see. Christy thinks common law is stopped. Oh, okay. I thought it said stupid. Some states don't recognize it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, state by state's different.
Yeah. Arnaldo said you got to know the person all the way, how they react to stressful things, stuff like that. All right, let's hit the reset here. Keep those questions coming. I know Rico has to do a sales meeting, but earlier this morning, Kendall and I did a round of F My Life, and we got a call from, who gave us a call?
Was it
Danielle, I think.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so check this out. Anger Death Punch. That's happening this hour. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, 9 Inch Nails. So the giveaways do not stop there. But before we get into your emails, I do have an FML news story that I want to share with you.
Ooh.
Yes, if this was an email sent to me, it would read, Beef, I was on my way to the airport and took an Uber. When I got out of the Uber took off with my luggage still in the car.
No.
F My life. It's one of the reasons why you don't want to put stuff in the trunk of a rideshare, right? But
yeah,
it seems to happen. Angela King had the unfortunate time dealing with an Uber driver who dropped her off at the airport, then took off without opening the trunk so she could get her bag out. She said she was waiting for the driver to pop the trunk, but instead he's just like, peace.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting in this situation, which I'm kind of leaning on the fence of Big Baby, is that a good Samaritan saw what happened and then did this like old school, like, get in the car. We'll chase him down. And that's what they did. And so she got into a stranger's car. Whoa. And then a stranger chased after the Uber, honking the horn at him until he finally pulled over. And she was able to get her, luggage back. But at the same time, she was like, now you got to give me a ride back to the airport. And the Uber driver's like, well, that's going to be surge pricing. No. I know. So, in this situation, obviously not the best way to start off a work trip, but F My Life or Big Baby?
I'm going to say because she got the luggage back, Big Baby.
Oh, I didn't finish the story. Oh. She missed her flight. All right.
FML.
Oh, wait, I didn't finish the story. The plane crashed and everyone died.
Okay, well, major FML.
Well, no, she wasn't on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I made the last two parts up. But okay, so there's your FML news story. You guys can weigh in yourself, but your emails are going to be more definitive, and they're coming up after music from the Deftones, who's experiencing a banner year. Here's Change on Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations emailed to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, and give us a call right now, 600-KFMA. 605-362, and Kendall and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. Are you ready, Miss Kendall?
I'm ready.
All right. First email sent to me by Evan. Evan said, Beef, I showed up early for a first date to look responsible and sat there long enough for the staff to ask if I was being stood up.
Oh, yeah. That's a little too early.
That is a little too early. That's pretty anxious there, Hopefully you're not too anxious all the way through the date. But F My Life, what do you say, Kendall?
I'm going to say FML. It sounds like you're having a tough time.
Yeah, maybe. Tough time, but too excited, I mean,
Or like you said, too anxious. That's not good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it comes off, Reeks is desperate. I mean, you don't even have to tell me, Evan, but I feel like the date didn't really work out for you. You know what I mean?
Public service announcement. Don't show up early. Just show up on time. That's fine.
Yeah. Or you know what? I mean, if you're really cool and good looking, show up 5 minutes late. She'll want you even more. All right, next up, my life sent to me by Hannah. Hannah said, I said I love you at the end of a phone call with someone I've been casually seeing. And they said, thanks. All right, that's my life. What do you say?
Yeah, that's embarrassing. FML.
That is embarrassing. All right, let's go to the email, or let's go to the phone calls here. Rock 102.1, who's this?
Danielle.
Danielle, you have enough my life for me?
Yeah, I got fired on vacation.
Oh, okay. Is that so? How long was your vacation? And this just recently happened, huh?
Vacation was like 5 days.
Oh no! And then how did you get fired? Did they email you or did they give you a call? And was it in the middle?
They texted me.
They text you? Okay, so you're on vacation. Where are you on vacation at? Where were you on vacation?
I had come home to visit my sister, and they caught wind that I was considering putting in my resignation, and so they fired me.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. And you get a text. So, I mean, did that ruin your vacation? I assume it would.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's an F my life. What do you think,
How
Kendall?
long did you work there?
I worked there for almost a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
I was the boss of the store.
Oh, man. And just because they thought you were quit, a little preemptive strike, if you will, like you're not leaving us, we're making you leave us, right? Or we're leaving you, the kind of thing, right? Yeah. It's kind of a weird thing.
That's
it's
so
like
bizarre.
Like you feel like your girlfriend's gonna break up with you in a preemptive strike. You break up with them. It's the same type of mentality, which is an immature mentality for sure. So and you don't get any severance or anything, huh? Rock on 2.1 Kev, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. All right, there's a new phrase that the kids are using these days, and I didn't realize that I am this to you. Okay, in a way. Now we're like,
Unk?
No, not Unk. I understand I'm older than you and stuff like that, but we look like we could be related, right? But so we're almost like if we were the same sex, right? We could be doppelgangers to a certain extent, but I am the uglier version of. And so there is a name for an uglier doppelganger, right? So have you ever met a girl that kind of looks like you, but you're like not as hot?
I've never met, but people occasionally have told me that. I've seen some pictures, but not in real life. I haven't met one.
I'm the type of guy, I have the kind of like average white guy face that I have several people that look like me around town, right? Some of them, I know and interact with at the Roadrunners games all the time, dude, where I saw a guy where I was like, oh my God, it's like same style and everything. I'm like, are you me? Am I you? What is happening here? And then Cowbell Guy, like he gets a kick. He was just telling me, Doug is his name, and I'm buddies with him. He was just telling me that he gets a kick out of it because he can walk wherever he wants in the arena, Tucson Arena, and they just assume that that he is me, right?
Yeah.
And so they just like you got the beef pass. But there's, and I'm like, well, I mean, Doug, it's like, yeah, there's some similarities there, but I don't know, like we'll see. But I don't know which one of us would be considered the Choppelganger. Yeah, Choppelganger.
Choppel
is someone who looks similar but uglier. All right. So it's often like a compliment when someone calls you a celebrity doppelganger, right? Even if you're like the poor man's version of said celebrity.
Right.
But Gen Zers have been tossing around this new term, Choppelganger, which is a doppelganger but uglier. So I guess I would be a Choppelganger of anyone who I look similar to. Unfortunately. So Choppelganger, because the word chopped is now being used to call people or things unattractive or undesirable. So if a kid's like, hey, you're chopped, don't take that as a compliment. It is not.
No.
All right. And they will disguise it as one, like calling you Unk, you're chopped. And you're just like, oh, thanks, man. And you're like, no, they're calling you old and ugly. Effing kids, dude. So yeah. For example, on TikTok, a woman claims people referred to her as Mick Jagger's Choppelganger, and said, if you think someone has a Choppelganger, keep it to yourself. And which I think it's good, but it has been picking up steam in recent months after someone on social media apparently coined it last year. So there you go. The newest phrase that you don't want to be called is Choppelganger.
Did you ever see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
I think so. Why?
That was Harlan Williams made a joke recently on Kill Tony. They had this woman doing a bit of stand-up, and he said that her Choppelganger was the villain from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And it's so harsh. I feel so bad for that lady, but it was so on point and hilarious. So please look it up. Check it out.
All right.
Lollipops.
Yeah, we'll look it up on the podcast broadcast stream, actually. And then when we come back, we'll come back with your beef tip. And it's all about Orange's buttholes. So stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right. So that's a thing. Let's see. So Kill Tony.
Look up Harlan Williams Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and I think it'll come up.
We might get Harlan on the show, right? You working on that?
I'm working on it. I haven't gotten a response yet. That would be amazing. He's so unique and legendary. And I think he's gonna make it like a reoccurring bit now on Kill Tony.
What?
I saw some sort of like teaser on social media where he's going to, like Shane Gillis will come on as Trump, or like, they do characters. So I think Harlan might come on as this villain.
Yeah. I had Harlan at my house and on the show.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I got a picture. I was trying to post the other day because back in 2016 is trending, right? Because Gen Zers are reminiscent of back when 2016, just because it was a simpler time, pre-COVID, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, if you think that is awesome, you should know pre-9/11. That was cool too. But anyways, so I was going to post a bunch of pictures to 2016 because that was such a monumental year for me, because that was the year, that was my last year at KWSS and the end of that run and the beginning of my Tucson run, right? So I had both those in that 1 year. So much change, so much opportunity, and it was a roller coaster of like great times and emotions and stress and all that, 2016. So I was going to share pictures, and one of those pictures was me and Harlan at my house when I had him on the show. But let's play this clip that she is referring to here.
I like your haircut.
Thank you.
You look like what Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction would have looked like if she would have died all the way from the overdose. If Travolta didn't hit her right in the heart with that syringe, that would have been you.
It's nice to see the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang making a comeback.
What? What is Chitty Chitty?
Niche reference.
He wasn't even old. Lollipops, ice cream, all free today.
What are these references?
Lollipops, ice cream, come on, children, all free today. One of the worst villains of all time, the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I don't know anything about
a top hat on that, that's it.
We'll do another one, but oh my God.
Oh my God, I do see it.
What?
The red band has pulled it up, and indeed, you look like the Chitty.
Lollipop, ice cream, all free today.
Wow. I like your haircut.
Yeah, she is a very unique looking lady.
Yeah. Speaking of Kill Tony.
That's rough.
Tomorrow morning, we're going to have Playboy Man Baby, Robbie from Playboy Man Baby on the show. And he fired shots at Kill Tony. In this song Shit Show that opens up the album for Violence, which is my favorite album of this year so far. I can't wait to talk with Robbie at Playboy Man Baby, but just a reminder, we played this already for you guys. I'm gonna play it again because I want you to be equally as amped as I am to talk and celebrate this album with Robbie. I've known Robbie for years, so it's nothing new to talk with him, but I am such a fucking fan of this album. And I'll unmute it.
Oh yeah, that would.
You'll hear the Kill Tony reference in here.
Okay.
So here we go. Stop the fucking and welcome to the shit show. Welcome to the shit show. Dumpster fire burning.
Well, that's what we're living in. We're living in the shit show. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's both sides.
What a beautiful time that we live in. Thank God we can say retarded again, because that was the problem that really needed solving. Is the fabric of society is completely dissolving. All these
I don't know, but I feel like at some point, this has to get back to him.
Well, it depends on how big the album gets, but the album is fantastic, and it is my goal to spread the word on that record.
Yeah,
dude.
run it up.
Well, tomorrow we're going to be talking with Robbie from Playboy Man Baby to start off the podcast broadcast, and then immediately followed by Peaches. It is going to be the most punk rock edition of our podcast broadcast to date. It's going to be fantastic, so don't forget to join us then. We're almost out of time. Before we leave you, it's time for a beef tip, okay? So if you want to get the perfect orange, check the butthole. Oh, yes, that's what they're saying. There's a new TikTok trend and viral video talking about the booty hole of the orange, right? So the hole on the opposite side of the orange is where it's connected to the branch. That's the booty hole of the orange. Right. So what you're looking for when you're checking out the booty hole, it should be small, tight, or even closed. If not, you want to make sure it's not prolapsed or carnivorous or cavernous or whatever.
It's taking me quite a bit to figure out what we're actually talking about.
The booty hole of an orange. If you want the fruit, orange,
the citrus.
Yes, the orange, and then the weight, all right, heavier than other. And of course, the color, you look for the darkest ones. But it goes down to the booty hole. You want that booty hole small, tight, and closed when it comes to your orange, and that's how you get the perfect orange. There's your beef tip. Thank you for listening. Drive safe, ride safe, rock roll. Force that in there. It's worth it.
No Lube So Rude, Peach's new album coming out. Catch you on tomorrow's show.
That's right.
I will knock out
orange booty holes, Babuski.